Friday, I had the honour of hosting the Military Awards, and what an incredible night it is. It's just a stunning
Special
night.
one, that
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah. One of the many remarkable recipients was Nikki Scott. In 2009, her husband, Corporal Lee Scott, was tragically killed while serving in Helmand province in Afghanistan.
Since his death, Nikki has made it her aim to put a smile back on the faces of children who have lost a parent in the armed forces, and as a result, she was awarded a Millie by Jamie Oliver for her support to the armed forces.
Nikki, what a pleasure to give you this award. We're all crying out the back there. Too much. But I think what's amazing is when you think of those families around the country that have paid the ultimate price. Everyone in the country should take some responsibility in putting a bit of love back into their life. But you stood up on your own and you did it yourself, and you've done something extraordinary, full of love, getting the kids laughing again. This is a really important award for a very special person. Congratulations. Well done.
Nikki joins us now. She just said, that's really weird. It's strange to look at yourself.
You've never seen that, have you?
No.
On
Very
stage
surreal.
at the Millies with Jamie Oliver. What was the night like? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, amazing. Just an honour just to even be there, but then to see, obviously, the celebrities and that, and then to watch the stories of the guys and girls out there as well. It's just...
Well, you hadn't been able to watch that, had you, in the past?
No, since Lee was killed, I just chose not to watch it because I just thought I'd find it too upsetting. And there were a few times when it was quite... The videos are so powerful with the stories. It just was quite like, God, Lee was out there. But it was... I'm glad I've watched it, to be honest.
Well, you met... you were a barmaid, I think, weren't you, when you met him, first of all?
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't love at first sight. Because initially you thought he was, lovely, but a bit immature.
Yeah, a bit annoying.
And it was only when he joined the army that you saw a change in him. How did it change him?
He just was different. Every time he come back on leave, he just seemed to be a bit more mature and a bit more grown up, and I don't know, yeah, there was a difference.
And it was over the years you grew closer and closer, but it was while he was out in Iraq that you were writing letters to one another, and that's when you...
The old-fashioned way. It's really weird, yeah. But yeah, I just saw a different side of Lee completely.
Well, eventually, through letters and things, you did fall in love, and he came back home, and you got married. Did you ever think what it would be like to marry into the military?
No, and a lot of people say, oh, I could never marry a soldier, but if you love someone, you just, I'd rather have Lee and him be in the army than not have him. So to me, that was his job, and he loved it.
So what happened on that day when you found out what had happened to him?
I'd been out with some friends because obviously a lot of the wives are going through the same thing, and the girlfriends. So we sort of all got together, and we'd gone on a walk, and it was like one of us would always be a bit down, and it was my day to be down. I hadn't spoken to Lee for about 5 days because there'd been so many deaths that week. Sort of the phone lines go down, so it had been ages since I'd spoke to him. And my mates were trying to boost me back up, and it was literally as I walked back up my street, 2 cars drove past me, and I lived in a cul-de-sac, and I just was thinking, oh my God, I knew them cars were for me.
It
just
must be
knew
the
it.
worst sight ever to see them.
I thought he'd just been hurt though. I was like, oh my God, Lee's been hurt, Lee's been hurt, Lee's been hurt, and I was just sort of pushing the buggy down the street, and then they asked if I was Corporal Lee Scott's wife.
And then they tell you?
Yeah, just took me inside and asked to take the baby off me, so I just knew then, really.
Oh dear.
Gosh.
And of course you've got 2 children.
Yeah.
So you've got that to come to terms with, the devastation of the family.
Yeah.
And also knowing that you've got to tell them.
Yeah.
How did they tell you?
Brooke was only 7 months, so obviously she's just turned 4, and she's now starting to ask what did Daddy used to do with me, and I sort of say that he used to pick you up out of the cot all the time and little things to try and. But Kai was 5, and very very close to Lee, and so I sort of went to my friends straight away because he came in from school. Because it was literally, I got told as it was time to do the school run. Oh. So the headmaster brought him to the house, and I just said, you're going to go to like Nikki's house for a little bit, and he was just showing me something he'd done at school, and he went, and then that night I just sort of sat him on his bed and just said, do you remember where Daddy is? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, Daddy's not going to be able to come home now, he's gone to heaven. And Kai we'd never even experienced the death like that. So he just sort of hugged me, and I think he just knew. And then it wasn't until about a day later that he actually brought it up to a friend and started to ask more. And I just took it with on his level, really.
But it's sort of the effect it had on him over the next weeks, months. I mean, it did take its toll on his behaviour, didn't it?
Yeah, massively. He's got some learning difficulties anyway, but for Kai, just completely angry, thought I'd been lying all this time, that Daddy was coming home, withdrawn, shouting at school and crying on the playground and things, and yeah, just a totally different little boy, really.
So what the sort of moment for you, if you like, was when you went to you went on holiday the following year, and you went to Turkey, and you saw Kai's face when you were away, and it was the first time in months that he was laughing and smiling, and there was some light.
I didn't realise that he hadn't laughed. You know, he'd obviously been smiling and playing. We tried to do as much as we could with him, but it was when he was in the pool and he was really laughing with his cousins. I thought, oh my God, like I felt awful. So I was like, he's not laughed like in months. So I just thought I need to sort myself out now.
And that was where the charity was born. At that moment, I need to do something. I want to put some light back into the families that have been so affected.
Yeah, it's sort of been in my mind, like during the first few months. But obviously, I literally fell apart, so I couldn't even begin to think. But I thought, God, there's nothing really out there for the kids. And then it was at that moment, when I just thought, I'm going to pick myself up now anyway as a mum and sort myself out, because Lee would be going mad at me right now. And then I just thought, there must be so many kids, and surely they must all be like this. So what can we do? Just simple to make them laugh.
It's called Scotty's Little Soldiers, and since August the 24th, 2010, you've raised over £400,000.
Well done.
Opened your own lodges. You do gifts for the children as well. Christmas and their birthdays, they get things as well. And you got the award that you got was the Support to the Armed Services Award, and you say that I'm sure that he would be so proud of what you've done. Would he be amazed at what you've done?
I think he's just so loud, and he'd just be like, whoa! Yeah, he'd just go mad. Happy, very proud, I would imagine.
Yeah. And what's the sort of hopes now for the future with the charity? What would you like to do next?
I just want to try and make as many people aware of it, and also out to the families as well, to know that we're here and we can help, and just to hopefully get a new holiday home next year. And I've got so many ideas that I want to do, just simple little things to help them laugh, because this is with them forever now. So
No, well done. £400,000
congratulations.
is absolutely
What
incredible.
A remarkable thing to do.
The Millies, Night of Heroes, is on ITV1 at 9 on Friday. And if you are in any way involved, as we always say here, if we get the opportunity, thank you very much indeed for what you're doing, whether or not you're directly involved or part of a family. Thank you very much. We know how difficult it is sometimes.
Thank you very much. If you're looking for more information on Nicky's charity, or maybe you're looking for help and support, there are details of helplines on the website, itv.com/thismorning.
Still to come after an obsessive fan threatened to rape and kill her